Hey guys, this is Looney Lizard coming back at you again with another alternative build. And this one is for 31154. This one was interesting. There's not a lot of big bricks in it. And the reason why I do these alternative builds is it's not just because it's easy. It's so that it gives you a set amount of pieces so that it gives you more of a challenge to build something out of it. Because you could build the Fox or the various other alternative builds, but it's something to give you a challenge, not just to sit there in your Legos and be like, what am I going to build? This is to give you basically like a challenge. I know I keep saying challenge, but just a challenge. So I came up with this guy. He was very interesting, messing with the ball joints that came in the set and all the ratcheting joints. I wanted to come up with something unique. And as you can tell, you guys can see that I use similar techniques, knees, elbows, and all those. And with this one, I got inspiration from Shockwave from Transformers Prime, how he has a mini con that attaches to his chest. With this one, it's like a sentry, like a spy. It'll crawl around like a spider. And if you guys don't like that, I made this chest piece that you can put on. So you don't have to deal with the little sentry. So this entry is very easy to build. It's pretty much just the ratcheting joints on the windmill piece. The chest plate is just a 2x3 with the 2x1 slant squares, I guess, with the slope and then the curved tile. But he does have foot articulation, knee articulation, elbow articulation, finger articulation, shoulder articulation, up and down movement of the head. He doesn't have side. He kind of has side to side, but you have to be careful because he might pop his head off. But all right, let's get into it. So pretty much just pops off. So what you're gonna do with the torso is you're gonna put a red pin on both sides and then put the brown stick all the way through, or the rod, and then all it's going to do is connect to the ball joint like if it was a stud for the waist. And all it is a 2x1 with one of these marred up slopes with one of the negative slopes, and then a 2x1, two slopes, and then set small ratcheting joint. The hips, they're not too difficult. If you can see, oops, you got the ball joint and then one of the marred up slopes, ball joint, and then with the legs, it is, as you can see, a 1x3, 1x3, 1x4, and then the 2x1 is the one with the side studs, the 4 side studs, a 1x6, and then one of the side slopes, one of these long slopes, 1x4 slopes that you put on the negative pegs or the studs. And then with the foot, 1x4 with the missing tile, one of the ratcheting joints, a 1x3, and then one of the 1x4s with the 2 studs, and then the slope, and then connect it. Oops. With this, you move it down one by my mistake. And then you just duplicate it. Push it together. Then as you move the foot, this section moves. So he's got articulation. So let's get into the shoulders. Pretty simple. Ball joint, 1x4, 2x4, 2x4, and then the 2x2 plate height brick. I guess a normal brick minus 1, and then the ball joint, and then you do the, oops, my mistake. So with the lower arm, it's a 2x6. The hand, you pretty much make a chain with the 2x1s with the no corners, and then you put a single stud, and on one right here, a 2x1, and then the 90-degree tiles. My bad, sorry. Keep breaking stuff today, sorry. Put on this first one. And then you get one of those reverse slopes, a dot, a 2x4, 2x1. And then put it on the corner, one of these slopes, and you just duplicate it to the other side. And the core is pretty simple. It's 3 of the negative slopes, a 2x3 on a 2x6 with, let's see, I'll show you. It's the 2x1s with the single stud, the 2x1 with the clip, and then the slopes and the 2x1. Then the head, very simple with the parts. And you just stick them together. Oops. And then with the Sentry, I put, oops. Now it doesn't want to be nice. But I typically use the longer legs of the Sentry. Around his head. And you can position these however you want. But yeah, there you go. This is the alternative build to 3.1.15.4. And this is Looney Lizard signing out.